Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Samurai Warriors Spirit of Sanada. I'm the Series JT. The Sanada spirits are flagging a bit right now because the Sanada clan has been torn apart. Nobuyuki, who was by Mazuyuki's own plan and connivance, married into the Tokugawa, and he's decided to stick with them as the Sanada are now getting ready to go to war under, I guess they're broadly called, we haven't used the terms yet in this LP, the Western and Eastern Army, but the, quote, Toyotomi faction, the Loyalists, led by Mitsunari, and Mazuyuki is siding with them, even though they're painting the story that, they're painting it that, like, oh, the Sanada, Mazuyuki usually sides with the stronger hand, and, it's unusual that he's not siding with Ieyasu in this situation because he's changed loyalties a lot. But, no, he really does, in this game, really seems to have personal animosity towards the Tokugawa. But I don't think it's quite as clear-cut as they're making it that Tokugawa is likely to win. I mean, it was a near thing. And, actually, the Sanada, in some ways, were really, they didn't participate directly at Sekigahara, but they really were one of the things that made Ieyasu's life extremely difficult around this time. So this notion that he's playing against type, he's playing against his normal character by siding against the Tokugawa, I don't know that that's true. The Sanada would have had a lot to gain if they had sided with Mitsunari and had won out. Whereas the way that the Tokugawa treated them in the past, it's not likely that had they sided with the Tokugawa, they would have been all that greatly rewarded for it, at least in my mind. That's me trying to put myself in Mazuyuki's head. Sasuke, we must return to Ueda Castle at once. Make your preparations. Huh? You're surprisingly cheerful? Question mark. Were you worried about me? Thank you, Sasuke. Aw. See, he likes Sasuke. He treats Sasuke better than Sasuke's been treated by anybody else. I wasn't really worried exactly. Come on, let's get ready. It's not you I'm worried about, but in the end, is that all family's worth to you? Wow. Sharp rebuke coming from this kid. Hey, are we really... What's the matter, Sasuke? Nothing. Now I'm probably meant to go talk to Kunoichi again, yep. Sasuke! Sasuke, are you ready yet? What does a ninja need to get ready for? It's not like we carry about much stuff. I guess so. Still. Are you emotionally prepared? I can't believe this Sanada has been split into two. Lord Yukimura, Lord Nobuyuki on opposite sides. Am I thinking, is that scene with the three logs all crisscrossed on the fire, and then one of them shifted and fell off to be separate from the others as Nobuyuki announced his intention to side with the Tokugawa? Is that the first, like, full-on cinematic in the game? Because the Samurai Warriors 4 has done this. It just has close-ups of the character models looking at each other. It does facials, but they don't really move in different ways. That actually saw... That one where I couldn't advance I couldn't control the advancement of the dialogue because it felt like an actual real cinema scene. I don't know that we've had any others like that. It's not that unheard of. I know, but still, I thought the Sanada were different. I thought they were special. Well, it depends on what you mean by special. No one's special. They say you're like family, and then... Wow, he got hurt by somebody in his past that I don't know about. Sasuke, what are you saying? Are you saying that you don't feel like a part of the family? Do I need to give you some huggles? We need to get back to Ueda and prepare for battle. Right, I'll check out the area. But basically he just told her that he thinks that the people they serve are a bunch of assholes. I think he's even more disappointed than I am, and I didn't think that was possible. I'm incredibly disappointed. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling like this? I do not want these emotions. That's Master Hattori Hanzo. Are you alright? I'm fine. Why? Is it because I freaked out because I spotted bastard? Yeah, Hanzo just kind of hanging out. Definitely a threat to the lives of any of the officers here. Who just kind of sneaks in. I guess he's a ninja. Master. Oh, he seems happy.
Dut, dut, dut. I'm gonna take the Batman voice now. Because Hanzo had his sort of voice in Samurai Warriors 2 that JG doesn't do that well, but it's kind of Batman-esque.
Master.
Why would you make contact with me in a place like this? It is careless, Sasuke.
Well, you're here. I haven't seen you. Like, you were standing there like you wanted me to make contact. Now is hardly the time for a lecture. Nobuyuki aside, the Sanada have decided to join Mitsunari.
I guess I was here to find that out, and I hadn't found that out yet, so thanks for telling me, but still we shouldn't be making contact.
This means the Sanada and the Tokugawa are parting ways again. What should I do, Master?
You may do as you wish. I haven't really thought of you as being an employee for a long time. We haven't seen each other in years.
What's that supposed to mean? All I want?
I told you, didn't I? I told you not to let emotion cloud your judgment.
What are you talking about? I never did anything of the sort.
I never forced you to become a ninja. You chose another path. You can choose another path anytime you like.
Are you telling me you want me to quit?
The store will get on just fine without you. We've been renting videos for a long time. We'll be renting videos for a long time, and we'll be able to move. I'm sorry. Many years ago, I worked at a video store, and I'm not sure exactly what brought it on, but like at one point, the manager of the store asked me if I liked working there and wanted to keep working there, and I was like, I didn't say this, but I was like, it's a fucking video store. I'm making minimum wage. Are you like calling out my loyalty to the video store? It was a weird scene, not worth going into here. Anyway. Yeah, but you don't have to keep working for me as a ninja if you don't want to. I don't even care.
What are you saying? I don't get it. He seems to be giving you permission to go side with the Sanada. Because he's been this double agent, sort of, but not really. Like, he's been following us around, keeping tabs on us, but there have been, like, no scenes where he ever reports on us to Hanzo. So the idea that he's keeping tabs on Yukimura for Hanzo is kind of been lost in the shuffle for a while now. Or maybe, Master, you're doubting me. You think I might have turned, that I might join the Sanada?
I don't think it matters that much, really.
You think I'm no use anymore? That it's time to cut ties? That's what you think, isn't it? Fine, I'll show you. Mazuyuki Sanada and Yukimura Sanada. You want their heads? I'll bring you their heads.
I actually didn't say that at all, but it's cool if you want to do that. Sasuke.
Just you wait and see. I'll do it, you'll see. I'm gonna scream loudly in the middle of their camp about how I'm betraying them and going to kill them. Anyway, this is an interesting twist. It's like Hanzo playing him or not, and of course, and it's also fun that Kunoichi, they're giving us a little hint here that she knows exactly what's going on. Oh, that's Hanzo and Sasuke. Well, she's finding it out. So this could get interesting. Oh, Chapter 12. Thank God, there might be some battles now. He knew that Mitsunari had raised an army. Ieyasu turned his men around on their way to battle the Yosugi and reorganized his troops to face this new threat, leaving the Date to deal with the Yosugi, as it turns out, and the Megami. The clash between Ieyasu and Mitsunari tore the Sanada into what? Oh yeah, they're going to show him fading. While Nobuyuki sided with the Tokugawa, Mazuyuki and Yukimura remained loyal to Mitsunari. Upon return to Ueda, they found an army led by Hidetada Tokugawa was approaching rapidly. The year was 1600. The great battle to decide the fate of the land was about to begin.
Ina, retainer of the Tokugawa, Tadakatsu Honda's daughter. Respected father, brave and dignified, honor and seriousness, strong-willed. She retained politeness and kindness of traditional. Yeah, that's what it's like. They push this notion that her character design is meant to be the ultimate traditional Japanese woman, kind, polite, strong-willed, and they're not gonna let me finish reading it. First of all, Yukimura sounded out. Where is he? I must do this. He's just like had a temper tantrum at Hanzo, which is resulting in him trying to murder the person who's probably treated him better than anyone in his life has ever treated him before. Interesting. Let's save now that we're in a new chapter. And see what we get from this, because it's been a while. It was Yukimura's offering. Bear Claw? I don't think Bear Claws are super valuable anyway, so I'm going to try to win, but if I don't, I'm not going to freak out. And I think I followed it. I'm pretty confident I got this one. This is almost too good. This has to be some kind of trap. A bear claw. A delicious pastry found on Mount Kazukokozu. What do I want to give them? What do I have tons of? Or if I don't get the maximum possible return, yeah, Lotus. That's level 3. I could get like a better item, which would be like level 4 or 5. And if I don't get something back that's better than it, it's... who cares? That's the main thing. Oh, wise and benevolent Jizo, please watch over me, and if you could, give me something nice. Please help me to murder the guy who has treated me better than I have ever been treated in my life. I mean, Yukimura, again, we don't know that much about the real-life personage. In the Samurai Warriors games, he's always been presented as being just an affable, nice person. And in this game in particular, Kunoichi and Sasuke are subordinates of his. He doesn't have to treat them as well as he does. And he talks to them like friends and equals most of the time. Like, they berate him for doing things that he should be leaving to them. Hi there. We got exciting new medicines that I don't have the ingredients for, so that's the thing. I don't even use this stuff, so... I think there might be 14 total chapters, maybe 15 even. There is a whole chapter in this game after the last combat, which should not surprise you at all at this point. This is not a... yeah, if you're surprised by that, you have not been paying attention. But there is an entire chapter where you're wandering around... I've heard about this already. You're wandering around talking to people about the after effects of the war. What is it? Nothing. If I kill him, things may get out of hand. I have to start with Yukimura. Yeah, at this point, his intention is to murder them. That's not a twist I was really expecting from the story. I know I keep giving away stuff that hasn't happened yet that's based on history, like, oh, Nene will become a nun. Not that I was talking about that long before it happened. The biggest spoiler, and I don't even know if the game covers it, is that Gracia will die violently. But I don't think the story is actually going to cover that. And if it does, I'd be really surprised if they go into the detail. Because they have never, ever mentioned Christianity at all. And that's a big part of what's going on with her. Hey, where's Lord Yukimura got to? I don't know, but forget about him. What's up with you? I thought you were attached to him at the hip. What good are you? Oh, it's be nice to chat with her. Since A, they have no personal relationship, and B, we're about to go murder her brother. Oh dear, what's with the long face? Keep out of it. This is what I always look like. No, you always look happy, and you're always with the others. Don't be ridiculous. I will kill you too. Because why wouldn't I? So he said something about ninjas. I mean, I just heard the word shinobi.
Hey, ninja, catch me a carp. I don't think there's any... I don't think there's anybody left to unlock. I think there's people who can't be unlocked this way that you have to encounter via the story. There's people like... Koshosho did show up. I was about to say who never show up like Koshosho, but she actually does. Let's see. Hisahide Matsunaga doesn't show up. I think he's dead before... yeah, because he's dead before the Yukimura has ever made any kind of contact with the Oda. A lot of what's going on in the early story, like... characters from the early chapters... people who are dead before he's born. There's no particular reason. Let me see. We haven't come across Ginchigo. No, we did. We came across Ginchigo and Munashige in some goofy mission with Gracia, or with Cha-Cha. But yeah, Yoshimoto Imagawa, I believe he may be dead before Yukimura's even born, so we're not coming across him any other way than conch shells. Sure to bring me more conch shells. Do it. This I demand. Kunoichi seems disappointed that Sasuke is a traitor who's going to murder her boss, who in some games more than others has been presented as being like she's desperately in love with. Tokugawa aren't a match for us. You and me, little ninja guy. Hey, where's Lord Yukimura? I haven't seen him. Nor have I, come to think of it. Sorry. Oh, never mind. It is most moving to see such loyalty to your lord. I, too, intend to follow my lord upon the path that he has chosen. I am sure there were profound and compelling reasons why he was forced to part ways from Lord Nobuyuki as well. I don't care. We're just gonna murder him. Like I said, I don't care. Sorry, he says there was never any real reason for us to serve the Tokugawa. There's no match for our lord at Mikatakahara. Like I said, I don't care. It's kind of transparently rude. You see brothers fighting on opposite sides. Hey, have you seen Lord Yukimura? Wow, the Tokugawa here already? No, don't be ridiculous. So have you seen Lord Yukimura or not? No, I haven't, but Lord Yukimura is very devoted. If the enemy hasn't arrived yet, he's probably training. Perhaps it will help keep his mind off the pain of parting ways with Lord Nobuyuki as well. Oh, poor Lord Yukimura. If it's so painful, then he shouldn't have done such a stupid thing. Wow. Sasuke is really mad. Can't believe it. Brother against brother. If I had to fight against my own sister. Oh, it's terrifying even imagining it. Arg. Shut up. Shut up. Thank you very much. You are so stupid. There's a child and a cat. You sure you're a samurai? You're not pulling my leg? Look, you'd fall the first trap you came across on the battlefield. I'm a ninja, kid. We're different. It's reminding me of a documentary, in quotes, I saw years ago on direct-to-VHS bullshit in, like, the discount bin at Woolworths, but it was supposed to be a documentary about Bruce Lee, but it had, like, footage from an old martial arts movie which claimed it was about Bruce Lee's ancestor, who was, and I quote, one of the most famous samurai in all of China. So this was not what you would call a legitimate documentary. They're trying to cash in on Bruce Lee mania. Tokugawa army is close. Are you looking for Lord Yukimura? I hear he went to Komoro to train. Oh, good. Now we'll be able to catch those stupid carp. Oh, right. Thanks. Hey, you've got a brother, right? Yeah, that's kind of my whole character, is that I'm one of two brothers. Yes, he's serving Lord Nobuyuki now, though. So, in the other words, one of you must be a spy. Outrageous. How dare you slander us so? Also drawing attention to the fact that you're a spy. Each of us simply chose the path in which he believed, just as Lord Yukimura and his brother did. I don't get it. Komoro, that sounds ideal. No one will see a thing. Find Yukimura. You are now able to explore Komoro. We must focus on the battle. Tokugawa divided their forces into two. The mobile unit led by Ieyasu's son, Hidetada, is headed our way. That means there isn't much time. Must hurry and murder my best friend ever. I have been programmed for murder. Do you shoot a battle? Yes, let's do this. Let's do this thing. It's time to get some murder on.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, if we're going back to action, we're doing it in a pretty dramatic way. We're going to murder our best friend. Assassination of Yukimura. The only way to return to the Master's side is to cut down Yukimura. Otherwise, the Master won't allow you to stay here. After tortured deliberation, Sasuke sets out, ready to be the karmic blade of justice. We have hardy supply soldiers, carp, areas, and material types. It is a more difficult... Well, no, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 stars. 7 stars, so it is exactly as difficult as the last place we went to, which was easy. Hi. I don't know what kind of equipment I got him set up with. Muso, Spirit, Fortitude, Bravery, Alacrity, Equestria. Yeah, that seems like right. Not trying to get extra item drops or experience, so just trying to win battles. And his Wappet is pretty damn advanced, because he's one of the guys that we will be using until late game. Which may or may not be a spoiler. I do not know how this is going to come out. I know Yukimura does not get assassinated by his own ninja prior to the battle where he actually goes out. So I'm sure this doesn't end with us successfully assassinating Yukimura. But as far as where Sasuke and Yukimura end up at the end of all this, I do not know. So let's... If I don't kill him, It seems like the first point in all this where he's actually questioned the murder at all. If we're lucky, we'll get a carp out of this and complete a quest. Or I might find a fishing spot while we're on our way to murder him. It is a fork in the road. Hey, have you seen Lord Yukimura around here?
Oh, yes, he passed by here just a little while ago, heading south. He looked particularly unprotected and ready to be assassinated.
I see.
There was something about his air which said, I am not prepared to be betrayed by a friend and assassinated.
Looks like I'm going to have to come back here off screen when I have access to all the paths if I want to find this carp, because I'm thinking that it's going to be from a fishing spot and not just a blue treasure you pick up. Although if I'm wrong about that, I'm fine with it, because it means I can get my carp. It's the elder brother of the Yokoya clan. I wonder if he's here to scout Komoro. It'll only lead to trouble if he finds me here. I'd better work my way around him. Okay. I can sense the presence nearby. Okay, well, I'm not sure how close I can get to him. I guess I don't get to go this way at all. But that would have to mean another path would have to open up. Oh, now Root Enshrined Rocks is open. Okay. I keep getting a Hiko no Kami's gemstone. Oh God, I haven't actually played this game in so freaking long. I've been playing a little bit of Warriors Orochi 4, just offline for fun. Particularly on infusion weekends where I don't feel like recording. Or, you know, a little bourbon and coke in one hand and a controller in the other kind of deal. But, he is not a character in that, but it does. I do remember how the Warriors games work, is what I guess I'm getting at. Oh, there is a clock. I kind of was thinking that I don't have a time limit, but I guess I do. So I probably should be getting on with it here. Kappa Swamp, home of those little turtle demons. Found a rare seeds. Great tree slope. Aha! This is what I was suspecting. But it is not going to let me fish in the middle of my assassination mission. Alright. So I will certainly have to return later.
Because while the plot is heating up and we've got intense interpersonal conflict between the main characters, the real point here is to get back to fishing. We've got some ninja jumps location here. With no enemies, these sections are even more silly and pointless. We're just wandering around. I mean, whatever. It's still nice to have some kind of gameplay and not just all talk. But if this is the same marsh where that guy was, which is why they don't want us going back there, I'm thinking whenever we do find Yukimura, I might want to just call it a video and let the next exciting cliffhanger be, we found Yukimura, now what? Yeah. Yeah, we're running out of time here, too. There's Kunoichi. Gonna have to deal with her. Unless I just ignore her, which I would not think would be the thing, because she's... Well, there's only a minute left. I might have run out of time to do this properly, but... tell you the truth, I'm calling this one a little early so I can get synced up with the clock. It's like right on the hour, so I can actually pay attention and know when it's time to end a video if I'm doing it from 2 to 2:30 instead of like 2:14 to 2:44. Anyway, yeah, so when we come back next time, we're going to confront Kunoichi and possibly run out of time. See you then.